Alrighty, welcome back to once again the quarterfinals. Nomori, I'm pretty bad with updating the team rounds.
The text. No, it's fine. It's fine. We can fix that on post as well.
Indeed. Someday I will learn it. Someday I will learn. So here we go. No typo this time. On the left, we have Peak. On the right, we have Oscar Godinez. Semi-final number 1. Both had a sweep to get here, but now it's time for the real deal. Peak is ready for the semifinals. Oscar is ready. Nomori, game number 1 of semifinal number 1 is coming up in 3, 2, 1. Tetris.
And let's go. We have Rick starting up. Rick with his Cruz Azul shirt representing his favorite soccer team. I mean football team.
Yeah, soccer, football, yeah.
And yeah, Oscar is gonna start up real quick. And there we have it. Both players on their way. Rick with around 7 lines ahead. So we can keep that in mind for the duration of the game. That Oscar will have some lines in hand to try and build a bigger lead or try to get back on a deficit.
Left wheel there for Oscar. 69 Heidao points. 101,000 points for Peak to start off this game number 1.
Yeah. And a nice Tetris there for Peak. Already with 147, that's a good mark to be on 34 lines. Setting up some tucks, gets the nice L for the tuck, banks down another Tetris. Meanwhile, Oscar is already catching up with some Tetris of his own as well. And another Tetris for Oscar.
Oscar once again, Tetris ready. Peak is now Tetris ready.
Both players waiting for the long bar. And there we have it for both at the same time. And another Tetris, yeah.
Oscar 216,000 points, Peak 309,000 points. That line deficit that Oscar had in the beginning, F7, turned into 14.
Yes, and Peak is pushing down. We can see on the score there. And getting a Tetris goes to 337. Peak is getting there. And Oscar gets a Tetris as well, followed by another one. Going to 309 and has a really good chance to catch up here, as he has some lines in hand and he's scoring quite the same as Peak.
Oscar is Tetris ready, goes for deliver and setup first, because it's getting routed for a long bar. Peak is Tetris ready once more. Still Doesn't get a long bar. Oh, Oscar barely got a long bar over to the right side. 339,000 points now for Oscar, 416 for Peak. But Oscar has some cleaning to do right now.
Yeah, this stack is getting really awkward for Oscar. He's gonna have to waste some lines there to be able to bring this down and solve the situation. And in the meantime, Picky Rick has a really clean stack and he's banging down Tetrises into 465 and getting a larger lead here.
Gets a beautiful long bar followed by a L piece. Peyton, thank you so much for the raid, Body of 8. Welcome to the first semifinals of the CTWC Mexico qualifier. Peak versus Oscar Godinez. Both swept their opponents in the quarterfinals. Peak defeated Scalejandro, Oscar defeated Rory. And now Peak is on the verge of a transition. 4 lines to go. Oscar has 20 more lines to go. 539 for Peak, 373 for Oscar. It's putting a lot of weight on the left side, Oscar.
Yeah, I think the priority here for Oscar will be the cleanup. And he's going to get it as soon as I say that. So 567 for Rick, 403 for Oscar. Rick already at level 20. Oscar still with 1 Tetris available before transition and bangs it down, goes to 450.
Peak will only score a triple, split triple there for Peak. But cuts the stack a little bit more down. 613 now for Peak, 462 for Oscar.
Yeah, and both players have a really solid 19 game. They are able to score a lot here. Both are max outers, so that's kind of a given.
Oscar had a long dependency, decides to fill it in with a J piece, creates another long dependency. Is Dirty Tetris ready? That's the Dirty Tetris column 3 for Oscar to go to 506,000 points. Peak at 673. He's 3/4 up the board. Mist drops a square, followed by T piece, and will top out 674,000 points. So Oscar.
So yeah, 675 is the score to go, Oscar. Listen to me.
As Heights would say, listen to me. 675,000 points. That's a long dependency on column number 4. We'll score a triple out of it. 600,000 points, 75,000 points to go for Oscar. Once again, Tetris ready is on level 24. Locks off the right side right before the long bar shows up. Gets a redo a couple of pieces later. 40,000 points to go. 675. .30 lines to go for Oscar before the kill screen level 29. Has 25,000 points to go. Is Tetris ready? And is getting droughted. That's the long bar. puts it over to the right side, scores 690,000 points. So that means that Oscar wins game number 1.
GG's.
GG's.
Really nice chase down for Oscar. Already getting to level 28, so might as well go to the level 29.
Once you finish
Tetris.
Sensible Tetris to finish it off, but could have got a lot more in time. Peak is already ready for game 2. Oscar needs a second.
Oh yeah, so something that we need to clarify. We're not gonna have a third place match. So the way we're setting up, deciding who will be the third place on this tournament is based on the losing score for the matches. That means we will get the scores from the loser of the semifinals. We're gonna average it, and the semifinal loser who has the better average on losing scores will be able to take the third place and have his entry fee waived 50% off. So that's the situation we have here. I hope I was clear enough to do this explanation. So yeah.
Oscar is ready. Peak, if you can reconfirm your readiness, please. Then we shall start game number 2. Peak is ready. Let's get game number 2 underway. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. So this CCWC Mexico will kick off a 7-week run where there is at some point in the weekend a national, regional, or community qualifier for CCWC. So right now it's our turn. Right now, or somewhere today, or in the next couple of minutes, hours, I don't know, we have the blank garage qualifier. I think next week will be the Singapore qualifier.
Yeah, more Tetris than you can handle, perhaps. Borrowing the famous phrase from the famous video that kind of popularized the sport. So yeah, we have this game number 2 going on. We have Picky Rick getting a Tetris going to 120k, and Oscar some lines behind at 47k.
Peak is Tetris ready, waiting for a long bar. Scott will be Tetris ready with the JP scores a Tetris. Peak still hasn't got a Tetris. There it is. Tetris for Peak, 193,000 points for Peak, 118,000 points for Oscar with another Tetris. And a setting your glasses good fist bump.
Yeah, both players having a really good start here. Playing clean, playing safe, and playing efficient Tetris. Another Tetris for Oscar. Goes to 211. Oh, and Ricky is getting into some kind of trouble, but he's all sorted out already. Gets the long bar, is able to get the Tetris and lower the stack. And another one for good measure. And Oscar has a awkward burning situation there on the right. Finally gets the L and solves that situation, setting up for a tuck with a J or the S spin, really nice, into a simul Tetris.
363 now for Peak. 254 for Oscar. Peak has a line lead of 18 at the moment. So we need to keep that in mind.
Yeah, Oscar has some scoring potential beyond what you can see right now on the screen. I mean, he's able to get some points after the fact, like he did on the last game, doing the chase down after big tops out. So yeah, both players nearing the, Peak already passed the 100 lines and Oscar nearing the 100 lines mark. Peak already with 465 and Oscar at 371. It's another Tetris and another one, bringing his deficit to around 90k.
Peak will transition in 6 lines. Without transition, with a single or more, it goes so fast. 22 lines to go for Oscar. Has still a delay bird setup as Peak transitions into level 19 at 524,000 points. Oscar is setting up for a Tetris, will get that Tetris. 15 lines to go before the 19 transition is now at 450,000 points.
And a really nice Tetris there for Peak on 19 speeds. Going to level 20.
Oscar will transition with a triple or more. Will burn a line and will transition with a Tetris 526. So Peak has a little bit of lead at the 19 transition. But it's almost 30 lines ahead. 625 now for Peak on level 22. Oscar is at 561 on level 20.
And both players playing really nice pose here, setting up for Tetrises, but at the same time not risking too much here.
For a moment,
and a nice
thought
Tetris. Yeah. one.
For a moment, I thought Oscar was going for left side as Peak hangs a Z piece.
Really like a long bar. Needs a long bar, and it's gonna be it for Peak. Topping out at 692, 380.
So, Oscar, you need to go to 693,000 points. 693. Two-time a unfortunate post play for Pikiric.
And Oscar once again with a chance of a chase down here. He already converted one of those.
Has 30,000 points to go. 993,000 points is the score to reach to take game number 2.
And smartly burning down the risky stack. But getting unfortunate pieces there, and
I guess the Tetris ready.
The Tetris will do it.
Needs to get a long bar. And there it is. Oscar is safe for game number 2. Gets heart number 2 will be on match points.
Yeah, really impressive stuff for Oscar, getting those chase downs. Going to 740k already, and I think he will finish this game. Oh, they're already going for the center. Maybe setting up some kill screen lines. Has to burn it down.
Wants to end it once again in style, and there it is. Sent to well ending.
So a final score of 806 for Oscar.
Oscar is ready. Peak is ready. Game number 3 of this first semi-final will be on the way in 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
And Rick starting up with a Tetris and 4 barns. Let's see how Oscar starts up his game.
$96,000 points for Peak to start of this game number 3. 46,000 points for Oscar to start of this game. A potential sweep for Oscar will keep the sweep train alive. But I think Peak has other plans. Likes to take this into a decider.
And perhaps kind of keep the sweep train with a reverse sweep. I don't know if that counts as a sweep, but you can discuss that.
Peak does have an unfortunate start on this game. Number 3 is in a cleaning situation. 132,000 points for Peak, 122,000 points for Oscar. Oscar is clean. Tetris ready. That's the Tetris for Oscar. Takes over the lead. 145,000 points now for Oscar. Peak still at 136.
So yeah, Rick still in this cleanup. Has been for some lines right now. And Gets Along Bar is able to get something going in his favor here for this cleanup.
Peak is clean. You can start building for Tetris again. 163,000 points for Peak right now. Oscar with the lead, 242.
And some lines in hand, so this is a true advantage here for Oscar. Let's see how he deals with being ahead in this matchup. He has been playing from behind for the entire set.
Peak Tetris ready. Oscar Tetris ready. Oscar has a J dependency on the left side. Fills that in with a J. Follows it up with a Tetris. 329 now for Oscar. 201 for Peak. Peak with a Tetris. Oscar counters it with a Tetris of his own. We are nearing the 100 line mark. Peak is 4 lines away. Oscar is 15 lines away.
And yeah, both players are clean right now. Peak is getting Tetris ready. But the lead here for Oscar is it's kind of large, I would say. Already with 140k lead. And another Tetris for Peak, going to 346.
9 lines away from the transition.
Gets a Tetris, has one more available. Banks it down and transitions with 394. Let's see what he's able to do in this post.
Oscar is 9 lines away from level 19. Is a Tetris ready? Likes to score only Tetrises. Can potentially score 2 more Tetrises. Now 1 more 4 lines away. And will score 2 Tetrises. 586 for Oscar Godinez going into 19.
Getting a really strong transition and putting the pressure on Rick.
For 42 at 157 lines. Now for Peak, scores a triple, followed by a Tetris, goes to 476. Oscar is at 601, where the Tetris goes to 626 at 147 lines. Both players are playing clean on 19 right now. Peak with a delay burn setup, clears it with a double. Is Tetris ready? Oh, burns a triple. Gets a lot more after. Could score a Tetris, but gets the opportunity right now. 547 for Pickerick. 664 for Oscar. Single followed by a Tetris.
And this is getting dire for Rick.
But Oscar
needed the long burn, and it's gonna be it. We might have to check the VOD for the losing score, but we can do that on the background, no problem. And Oscar will advance for the
Oscar takes game number 3. Sweeps Pickerick, goes into the final. Is already certain that his entry fee gets waived, but likes to be the best of Mexico. So let's see who he will face in the finals.
And there we have the readies in the chat. We're gonna start up with 3, 2, 1 Tetris. What do you expect from this matchup, Sir Macer?
I think that Pollo is going to keep up with Doge on 18. And either Pollo has a very good day on 19, or Doge will walk away on 19.
Yeah, that's a really true expectation here. Osho might have to play really well today, have the best day of Tetris of his life. And he was playing well against Noe on the quarterfinals. Noe was an opponent that pushed Osho, so everything can happen here.
Yeah, now we with 2 unfortunate top outs, 3 unfortunate top outs. But yeah, we're here. 117,000 points for Doge to start off this game number 1. 84,000 points for Pollo. Both players are 27 lines in. So we're neck and neck. Line-wise, score-wise, those actually 2 charges lead.
And those trying to reopen the right is able to do it. Get some nice pieces after, and then the long bar going to 153, and right now the lead is only 1 Tetris for Doge. But he's able to get another one and expand that. Oposho is cleaning up.
Triple there for Pollo. 145, 222 for Doge. Just got a Tetris. You can see Pollo is looks a little bit nervous for this semi-final matchup.
Yeah, I think we can see this situation happening. Osho was really excited about this tournament. We have a little bit of insight on that. And getting to the semis and playing Doge, I would be really nervous as well. Such a strong opponent, and you know what he can do in this game. So let's give a score update. We have Doge at 320. We have Pocho at 209. Pocho has a hole there, so the next long bar would be a triple, but he blocks the well there, trying to dig this down instead of building over it.
Doge with a Tetris.
Yes.
Poyo still trying to get clean. Puts the L piece over to the right side, creates another L dependency, fills it in with an S piece. And we'll score a triple, opens up the long bar dependency well. Doge has a couple of delay burns.
And a dirty for Pocho. Getting the Tetris there. So 256 for Pocho, gets a Tetris, goes to 279 against 407 from Doge. Doge taking control of this matchup right off the gate. Setting up some tucks and two unwanted long bars there. Able to get the tuck and goes for it.
10 lines to go for Doge before D19 transition. 11 lines to go for Poyo. Poyo with a Tetris, 330. Doge with a Tetris, 464. Those transitions into level 19 at 465.
Oh, and a really awkward stack for Pocho before the transition. Gets a really nice long bar for it, but still not nice for 19 speeds. He's gonna transition right now, and
it will be difficult now for Poyo to get clean. Needs something over to the left or right, but plucks the right side off with a long bar. Tops out with 340,000 points. So those you are safe for game number one. We'll get hot number one. It will be up 1-0. They waste no time and are ready for game number two. So let's count them down in 3, 2, 1. A Tetris.
And there we have the start of game number two. Pocho already with some burns. Doge getting the Tetris there.
Poyo with an awkward G piece.
Yeah, this is getting nasty for Pocho.
Needs to burn the right side, needs a long bar or a L piece pretty quickly. That's the L piece. That's the long bar. Gets two beautiful pieces back to back, but isn't out of the danger yet.
And gets a triple. Able to bring the stack down really good. Getting some help from RNG, but without the skill, it would be to waste. So congrats on Pocho for that dig, that survival. But in the meantime, Doge is picking up a really large lead here with 142 against 52 for for Pocho. We're still early into the game, but this can set the tone here.
Doge has a Longbow dependency on column 3. Turns that to a J dependency, and beautiful
This
pieces
is getting
there.
nasty. But is able to reopen the right, but has to block it right away. Reopens again. Would really like a longbar there. Gets the longbar and is safe from the situation.
184,000 points for Doge. 126,000 points for Poyo. Poyo with a Tetris goes to 151. Doge 192. So even with the start Poyo had, he only has a 2 Tetris deficit.
Yeah, grasping back at this game after Doge's dig as well. So both players showing their survival and proving why they are here in this semifinal.
Oh, Poyo missed that long bar for that long bar well. Could see on his face that he wasn't happy about it. Gets a redo with another long bar a couple of pieces later.
Yeah, able to get the pieces. And back to a clean state.
Tetris for
Able to
Poyo.
bang down Tetris.
Doge is a Tetris ready, 231,000 points. Poyo 215,000 points. Doge scores a Tetris, has still that 2 Tetris lead. They are pretty much at the same line count. Doge with a Tetris, 102 lines, less than 30 lines away. Before we hit the 19 transition.
Yeah, nearing closer and closer to the transition. Both players have not a lot of points at this number of lines.
Dude, he said about Tetris there.
Yeah. Doge reopens the right and would like the long bar, burns the triple.
Doge waiting for a long bar. It's getting routed at the moment. That's the long bar for Doge. Scores a Tetris, 406,000 points. 9 lines away from the 19 transition. Poyo is 11 lines away from the 19 transition. Creates a long bar dependency in the middle of the stack. But will, with that long bar, open up the right side.
Yeah, Doge wants to transition with a Tetris there.
But how long do you want to wait? Creates a long bar dependency.
And this is getting scary for Doge.
Has an L dependency, gets the L. Opens up the right side with that long bar and gets the Tetris. 489 for Doge.
And another Tetris. Really, really good pieces there for Doge. Surviving that scare.
Poyo also on level 20 now, 350,000 points. Doge has a long bar dependency, gets the long bar. Will open up the
on level 22.
Yeah, Doge will open up the right side. Is not Tetris ready at the moment. Will be Tetris ready with a long bar, gets another long bar for a Tetris. Pollo puts some weight on the right side.
This is getting scary for Posho.
Needs a long bar, fills it in with a TP. Long bar shows up, please later.
Another long bar.
But also Doge is getting up high, but Pollo tops out 374,000 points. Doge at 597 goes to 600,000 points. Is safe for game number 2. Will be on match points.
Yeah, both players playing deep into level 19, but Doge goes up and takes the victory once again. So let's see what will be on the table here on the game 3 that is starting right now with 3-2-1 Tetris. We're starting up with some burns and dependencies, but able to reopen the right and start waiting for the long bar. Let's do some burns, and finally the long bar comes for the Tetris. Well, Posho has to reopen the right. Didn't like that placement, but gets another long bar. Brings it down, goes to 30k.
Doge misrotated that long bar. Luckily it ends up well. But if RNG messes with Doge at that right moment, it was going to be a top out.
Yeah, that was really scary there. This game is ruthless. Even if you're the best player in the world, you can suffer some nasty stuff from the game.
Doge 166,000 points. Pollo 65,000 points. Pollo is a Tetris ready. Sets up a delay burn, clears it. But needs a long bar, gets the long bar.
Has to put some weight on the hole, but able to get some pieces to solve the situation. Would really like an L or the long bar, gets the long bar.
Pollo opens up the right side, scores a Tetris, 104,000 points now for Pollo, but Doge is in the lead. Scores a Tetris, goes to 243, so a 140,000 points for Doge. We haven't crossed the halfway mark on level 18 yet.
Oh, nice spin from Doge. With that Z. So, yeah, both players are clean right now. And halfway there on to the transition. Both waiting for the long bar.
Pollo creates a long bar dependency in column 8. Gets the long bar, dirty Tetris there for Pollo. But his stack isn't the nicest at the moment.
And this is getting really scary for Posho.
Gets a beautiful J. Opens up the left side. will burn a line, needs one line to open up the right side. Once again, needs a J on an L. Pretty quickly gets the long bar. 189 now for Pollo, 342 for Doge. Who's also in a little bit of burning situation right now.
Bosho is slowly but surely getting there and is able to reopen the right.
Doge had opened the right, just got a Tetris.
So yeah, Bosho gets the Tetris after that long fought dig. Really, really impressive stuff from Bosho.
403 now for Doge, 246 for Pollo. Less than 25 lines to go before we hit the 19 transition. But Doge almost has a 200,000 points lead.
Yeah, Doge has one Tetris left on this. I mean, he can get two if it doesn't burn anything.
Looks like Doge.
He's going for it.
Exactly. We need to burn. Will transition into 19 at 519,000 points. Scores a Tetris right away. Pollo 304 will transition with a single or more. Has a delay burn setup, so will definitely transition with a single, but scores also
Tetris.
Indeed.
Let's go. Oh, and this can get scary for Doge. Get the pieces over.
Misdrop there with that L piece.
A dirty Tetris.
Needs a long bar to column 2. Blocks it off with a square. Stepping left and right, Doge. 582. Isn't out of the trouble yet. But also Pollo is starting to misdrop. Doge is getting clean. Needs a J or an L, fills it in with a long bar. Oh, Pollo with a misdrop. 351 will be the top out score. So Doge wins game number 3. And the sweep train continues. Doge defeats Pollo 3-0.
What a dig from Doge as well in this final. In the final of the game. He's tapping left and right so fast and getting the right decisions there as well. So really impressive stuff. GG's.
So this will be your final. Doge will take on Oscar Godinez in the finals. And we can confirm that PK Rick will get the 3rd place and will get the $25 or the 50% entry fee waived. So congratulations to PK Rick. I know it's not exactly what you want, but you will get at least 50% off. So once again, congratulations to Peak for 3rd place. Pollo will be in contact with you. But now, let's move on to the finals. Seed number 1 versus seed number 3. Doge versus Oscar Godinez. Both players already have their $50 TTWC entry fee waived. But who is the best of Mexico? We will find out right after this.
Let's go.